Hi everyone, Savannah from Yoga on the Farm. Thank you for letting me come and teach you this class online tonight. Hope you are going to enjoy it. This is the recorded version, so hopefully it all goes well for you and you enjoy practicing from home and are able to stay safe in this time of social distancing. So we're going to start lying on our backs, taking a nice deep breath in. Just bring the soles of the feet together, letting our knees come out to the side, allowing our hands to just soften and relax, and just checking in now that we're on our mat, seeing how our body feels, feeling the breath coming in and out, and just let your hips soften, let your back soften, taking this time to really let go, softening through the legs, the feet, through the body, and through the fingers, taking nice deep breaths in. And just feel the points at which your body touches the mat. Just allow that to be your focal point, or even maybe your breath coming in and out, nice and slowly. Feel that inhalation, feel that exhalation. Then gently bring the feet to the center, place the feet on the floor, and just let your knees gently move from side to side. So it's a very gentle way of moving. And just to feel how your pelvis is today, how your body is. And then just gently take the right leg up and just point the toe, flex the toe, point and flex. Gently place that foot back down. Take your other leg up, just point and flex, point and flex. And just noticing how each ankle and foot feels, because we're probably spending a bit of time on there. And then take your right leg up again. Bring it to the top of the left thigh. And just gently draw the legs in. Have your left foot at 90 degrees. Take a moment here and just hold. And then take your hands to your knee and to the leg. And then take them to the thigh. Just drawing in very gently. Allowing yourself a little bit of a hip stretch here. And then gently release. Bend that knee, the right knee, and just reach along the leg so that your knee is coming towards your armpit, and you're either holding the ankle or the foot, and your arm is on the inside of the leg, so it's a half happy baby. Taking deep breaths here. And then gently straighten that leg. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then lower the leg straight all the way towards the floor. Take a moment and then gently bend the knee. Place the foot back onto the floor. Lift the left one up and place the ankle onto the right thigh. Just take a breath here. Feel anything happening in the pelvis. You might feel a little bit of a stretch, it might be a bit tight, you might feel tension in the knee, I don't know. And then just gently bring it in and bring the right leg at 90 degrees. You just hold your foot and knee for a moment, see if you can bring it a little bit further up, a bit of a deeper stretch. So you're activating those muscles at the moment. And then placing the hands under the thigh, just feeling there. Taking deep breaths as you work through these poses. And then gently release. Place that right foot back onto the ground, bend the knee, draw it in towards the chest. Bring your hand on the inside of the leg, holding the ankle as you draw the knee down. Or if you want, you can hold the inside of the foot. Or if you're quite mobile in the pelvis, you can definitely Just put it on the outside, but your arm is on the inside of the leg. So half happy baby on this side. This leg can stay bent, but for a variation, you can always extend that leg out. That will give you more stretch in the pelvis. So either or is good for you. Just take a few moments here. We like to hold these for a little bit longer, just to get into that hip joint before we get into a bit of a flow. And then gently release that foot, straighten the leg, point and flex, point and flex, and then lower it very gently towards the floor. Allow yourself to just let the leg be straight for a moment. Start to notice how your body feels, and then gently bringing that foot in. It's nice to just let your knees fall from side to side, nice and slowly, to just feel how your back is going with these gentle movements. And you might even just have your feet on the floor and gently roll your bottom up off the ground. So you're rolling, lifting up the spine, and then bringing it back down. And doing it one more time, and down. One more, and down. And then gently bring the knees into the chest. You might just cross the ankles over and just gently circle the knees. Just massaging the lower back against the mat. And then gently roll along your spine. This is a really good one to just gently help the back. You can uncross the legs now, and just do this a couple of times. This is a nice one to do first thing in the morning. Really breaks up the fascia along the spine and is really good for you to just work your body. Last one, and then rolling up to a seated position. Just sitting cross-legged, having the hands on your knees, just lengthening through the spine. So an easy cross leg, Sukhasana. The ankles can be in line, or you can bring the legs into slightly deeper cross leg if you want. Just lengthening the spine here, taking deep breaths. Just feeling that in the body. And you lift the arms up and interlock those fingers, pressing up. Look down with your chin and your head. And gives a bit of a stretch through the upper body. And then gently release, bending the elbows to like a cactus position. Extend the arms forward, take the left one underneath the right, placing the hands there. And then gently open up the arms and switching sides. So right arm comes underneath, coming to the bend. Now if you can't bind with your hands, you can always hold your shoulders, just to give you a little bit of a stretch here. Take a few deep breaths, just feeling those stretches, and then release the arms. Place the hands on the mat, have your knees hip width apart. You're just going to gently open up the spine again, lifting up into the shoulders, dropping the head towards the chest, and then allow the belly to roll back through towards the mat, looking forward. And then again, lifting up into cat, and allow that belly to roll through. But just a few of these are a good one if you can remember to do them every day. It's a really nice way of releasing all the way down the spine. Nice lower back opener. And you can also add in tucking the toes as you're in cow. Untuck the toes as you lift up into cat pose. Tuck the toes, coming into cow. And untuck the toes, lift up into cat. Take a nice deep breath in, walk your hands all the way forward. You want to keep your hips in line with your knees. Drop your head down. You might even take your arms slightly wider than your mat, so you get a nice stretch through the shoulders. Take a nice few deep breaths here. Feel the stretch in the arms. The elbows are off the ground. The arms are active. This is puppy pose with wide arms. And gently walk the hands back in underneath you. Lifting up your right arm now. Take a nice deep breath in, stretching to the sky. Reach up through those fingertips and then gently thread them underneath. Reaching up again as you breathe in, lift up, and then taking it underneath. All the way up again, and down. This time you're going to take it all the way up, stretching through, and this time we're going to lower ourselves down onto our mat, dropping the shoulder all the way to the floor, dropping the head down, and extending the left arm out above our head. So this is quite a nice stretch here. But if you want to, you can take your left hand and take it around your back so that you can have a nice little twist at the same time. Wring out those shoulders, wring out the spine. Taking a few breaths. And then gently bring that left hand back down, bring it underneath your shoulder, lifting up. And just gently extend that hand out in front of you. Wiggle those fingers and extend that left leg behind you, just tucking your toes underneath, just giving it a little bit of a stretch. And then bring that hand back down, the leg back in. We're going to swap to the other side now. So the left side, take a nice deep breath in, lifting up, reaching up with our fingers, threading it underneath the other side. And up. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, lifting it up. And exhale, take it up. One more deep breath in, lifting up and under. Good. And this time we're coming into our deepest stretch. Bring the shoulder all the way to the mat, our head to the mat, and our right hand comes above our head. Again, if you want to do that variation, you can bring the right hand across your back. Taking a few breaths here. Feeling the difference in the sides. You might find one side's a bit tighter than the other. Might be easier or harder, but it's just an observation. There's no judgment as to how it feels. Bring the right hand down. Bring underneath your shoulder, lifting up, take that left hand forward and extend the right leg behind you, tucking the toes underneath. Good, staying here for a moment, wiggle those fingers and then bringing them back in. So we're in all fours at the moment. We're going to extend our right leg again. Taking a nice deep breath, we're just going to roll our ankle. Stepping it forward to the outside of the right hand and coming into that lunge. You want the knee in line with the ankle. Taking a few deep breaths here. Just allowing yourself to be in that stretch for a moment. Feel the hips, notice the legs, and then gently take that leg all the way back, extending it out behind you. This time, extend your left hand out, holding it in line. Then from here, bring the elbow to the knee. So you're curling in and then extending out. Curling in and extending out. Curling in and extending out. Good. Bring the hands back down, balance yourself back up, and gently just come through 3 rounds of cat-cow. Belly to the mat, lifting up into cat, belly to the mat, and cat, and belly to the mat. Good. And then from here, gently extend your left leg back. Holding here for a breath, and then gently bringing it forward to the outside of the left hand. Sinking down into that lunge, feeling the hips on this side. So this class is nice and slow. It's more about awareness of how your body is feeling. So if you haven't practiced for a few days or a couple of weeks, this is a nice way to connect with your body, just taking a little bit of time for each pose and actually feeling the tissue in your body. So like the joints and how it stretches and how it feels. And then gently just take that leg back, but we're extending it out behind us. Bring your hands back underneath you if they move. And then extend your right hand out. Holding here. And then gently bring the elbow to the knee and out. Elbow to the knee and out. Elbow to the knee and out. And then gently replace the hands. So for anyone with wrist or arm problems, you are welcome to just go back into puppy pose. Bring the head down, the hips in line with the knees. Or if you're feeling okay, shoulders, neck, tuck your toes underneath, draw your chest back, lift your hips up, keep your knees bent a bit, and just feel yourself, draw yourself back towards your thighs. So downward dog, Adho Mukha Savadasana. Taking a few breaths here. And then just gently straighten one of your legs and bend the other one more specifically. Swapping sides, straighten that leg that was bent and then gently bending the other one. So just doing this a couple of times just to release the legs through the body. And then gently walk the feet all the way to the front of the mat. Have your feet hip width apart, holding on to your elbows, hanging down now in Uttanasana. Deep breaths here, just allow your body to hang. Just letting your upper body stretch. And then gently roll up from the base of your spine, very slowly. Lifting all the way up and extending the arms. Coming to Tadasana. Standing here in Tadasana, you're going to have your feet together and bring your hands to the heart and then let the hands release down. You're going to roll those shoulders back. Take a breath. Roll them again. So I like to lift up my shoulders and roll them back and then down. And do this a couple of times to just release any tension. It's a nice rolling. Good. And then gently take the arms forward again. We've done this once before. Extend the arms out. Bring the right one underneath this time. Coming to that bind. Taking a nice deep breath here. And then release. And switching. Left hand underneath. Bind. And switching, release out, good. From here, step your feet nice and wide, have your toes turning in slightly. Allow your arms to come up again to the top, reaching up, interlock those fingers and pressing up. Then from here, you're going to fold forward and gently bring the hands either side of your legs and all the way up behind you to a swan dive. Just hang here for a breath or two. And then gently coming up again, hands to the heart. Turn your right toes out. Bend your knee, making sure the knee is in line with your ankle. Try and stack your body on top of your hips and extend your arms out. Looking over your arms, try and get them as level as possible. Look out over that front hand that's over the bent knee. Taking a nice deep breath here. And gently turn both palms, lifting them and bringing them together. And then take them back to warrior two. And again, turn the palms, lift up and down. Working with your breath, inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And then bring your right arm down to the right thigh and bring your left hand over. The palm faces the floor. So this is the first variation of side angle pose. If you want to, you can use a block or a book. Come down that little bit deeper. Here, the block flat, or if you want to, all the way down to the floor, okay? So either or, that works for you. And then gently windmill up, straighten that leg, turn your toes in and step the feet together. Take a nice deep breath in here. And this time we're going to roll our shoulders forward. Good. And then stepping the feet wide again. Turn the toes in, reach those arms up, interlock those fingers and look up to your hands. And then gently swan dive. Folding forward, taking the hands past your legs all the way into the swan dive. And then gently coming back up. Bring the hands to the heart. Turn your left toes out to the side. Your right toes are at a 90 degrees or 45. Bend into that front knee. Knee is in line with the ankle. Extend the arms out. Stack your body on top of your hips. So you don't want to be leaning in. You want to be nice and upright. Looking at your hands. Should be level with your shoulders. Taking a few deep breaths in here. Again, we flow with the breath. Turn the palms up. Inhale, bring the palms together. And exhale, take them down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, take them up. Exhale, take them down. One more. Exhale. Good. And then bring the left hand down to the thigh. Bring your right hand over, coming into side angle pose. Again, if you have a little bit more give in your hips and your pelvis, and you're quite open, you're welcome to go down a bit deeper to the block, to a flat block, or to the floor. Okay? And whichever feels the most appropriate for you. And then windmill back up, straighten that leg, turn the toes together, step the feet together, and standing into Tadasana. Take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale out. So from here, bend your left knee. Bring your right one around and tuck it behind you. If that's not accessible, you can just have the leg hanging out. Just taking it there, so you might stay here with just a balance, or you can bring your left hand underneath, come to the full bind of eagle pose. And release. Release the legs, just walk the feet out. Plant your right foot, bend that knee, take your left one over, tucking it underneath. I'm nice and short, so I find sometimes a little hard to tuck, so if you've got longer legs, it's much easier. And then this time you're taking the right arm underneath, coming into that eagle arm bind. Holding there, using a focal point about 1 meter in front of you to keep your focus. And then release the arms, release the legs, and walk the feet. Step the legs out nice and wide again. Turn the toes in, lifting those arms up, interlock them, pressing up. Bring your right hand in between your shoulder blades and your left one to the top of your elbow. And then gently release, switching sides. Bring the left one in, holding the elbow with your right hand, and then release. Good, swan dive, all the way down, Lift those arms behind you. And then gently, instead of coming all the way up, bring the hands down in front of you. And you're going to walk your hands over to the left. So if you can't touch the floor, you're going to use your block and just move it. If you don't have a block, you can use a book or a brick if you want something really hard, but preferably maybe not so heavy. And just keep your right hand there and gently lift your left one up. Your legs should be straight, but if it's hard for you, you can have a slight bend. But ideally, they should be straight just so that you can feel the stretch in your body. And then gently bring the hands down, walking over to the other side, keeping the left hand down, right arm comes all the way up. Taking a few breaths in. And then gently bring the hands back to the center, hold your elbows and let yourself hang down. Gently roll up, reach the arms above the head and then bring them back down through the chest. Step the feet together. Standing into Tadasana. We're going to plant our left foot now, feeling grounded through our feet. Gently turn our right foot out to the side. So for some of you, this might be where you stay. For others of you, you're going to bring it to the shin, okay? If that's okay for you, or you've practiced the full version before, you can lift up right into the groin, okay? Never to the knee, don't want that, and then lifting the arms up. Keeping that focus point here. And then gently release. Release the foot, spreading the toes on the right foot, getting nice and strong through that leg, turning the left one out to the side. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then gently, you can take the foot all the way up into the groin. Not going to go on that side today, or to the shin. Bring the arms up. We all have days, and it's okay if our tree is wobbly. So you always just work within your limit of your body and just be kind to yourself. Ahimsa is one of the 8 limbs of yoga, where being kind to yourself, doing no harm, and knowing where your limits are. And gently release. Bring your feet together. Take a moment here, and then stepping the feet wide again. Turning the toes inward. We're going to turn our right toes out. The instep of the right foot should be in line with the left instep, okay? So, see how you go. You're going to keep that front leg nice and straight. Bring your left hand, take it behind your back. Okay? And then reach out as far as you can go. Reach, 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 reach. Keeping that front leg nice and straight. Reach, 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 reach. And then gently placing the hand down. You're not going to dump your weight into it, you're going to keep it up. And then gently lift your left arm up. Taking nice deep breaths, we're in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Gently lifting up. Turning the toes inwards. We're going to go straight to the other side. If you need to take a rest, you can step the feet in together and reposition. Coming over to the left, we're going to bring the left toes out, your right foot's at a 90 degrees or 45, pointing inwards, not to the back. Keeping that front leg straight, bring that right hand behind you. So you roll this shoulder back, okay? And then gently reach out as far as you can go. Taking a nice deep breath, keep rolling that right shoulder back. Bringing the hand down either to the shin, the ankle, the foot, keeping that rolled back, thinking that you're between 2 panes of glass. And then gently bring that right hand up. Look up to that top hand if your neck is okay. Holding here, Trikonasana, one of my favorite poses. Works everything in the body. Draw in your belly, activate your legs, and then gently coming up. Turn the toes towards each other. Good. Bring the hands to the heart. Then turn the leg out. Whoops. Goddess pose. Bend the knees. It's hard with this concentration. Gently allow yourself to move from side to side. Just feeling goddess pose and how the hips feel. Good. And then come to center. Squatting down. Bring the right hand to the thigh. Bring the left hand over, coming into that stretch. And then switching sides, over to the other side. Deep breaths. Smile. And then gently come to the center, come down that little bit more. Take a deep breath, and then straighten the legs. Step the feet together. Good. Holding here. Taking a nice deep breath in. And then from here, you're going to stand on your right foot. So we're coming to another balance. We're going to hold our ankle. So if it's hard to get your ankle, you can always use a strap or a tie or anything that feels appropriate for you. And this might be where you stay. Just here, balancing, feeling the leg, feeling the body. Or you can draw it away from you and just stay here. Extend your right arm. This is the next point of work for you in this asana, this pose. Or you can come forward, extending that leg out, dancer pose. And then coming back to the center with control, releasing the leg. And then coming to the other side. So replanting, refocusing the left foot, grabbing up the right ankle, taking a nice deep breath in here, and lifting your left arm up. And this might be the first point where you are, and it might feel different on this side to the other side, and that's okay. Gently extend that leg behind you, holding here. And then if that's okay, you can fold forward, drawing that leg back. So only take it as far as you can hold it. And then coming back to the center, releasing the leg, staying there. Good. Coming to the top of your mat, take a nice deep breath in, lifting the arms, folding forward. Bend your knees if you can't touch the floor, stepping the right foot back, left foot back. So here you can cross your legs, staying in like a half plank and lower to the floor. If you've been practicing and you want to go full plank, but I want to see you going down straight. Nice and active, keep those elbows in. Good. Lowering all the way down. Keeping the hands beside you, gently lift the chest. Baby cobra. Taking deep breaths here. And then release your head down. Lifting up again. See if you can go that little bit deeper. And down. Bring the forearms to the mat. And then gently bring your right leg up along the mat into lizard. Taking a nice deep breath in. You should feel the stretch in the groin here. If for some reason you don't, you can use your block or a book and pop it underneath your knee. It does increase the curvature in the spine. So if you have any problems with lower back pain, be very wary of this pose because it may not hurt now, but it will hurt tomorrow. So just be gentle with yourself, seeing how you feel. And just allow yourself to stay here for a few breaths, feeling any stretch in the groin. So this is a really nice one to do first thing in the morning. It's a nice one to wake up your spine at the end of the day too. And we try and hold it for at least a minute. Then gently release that out. So you're going to come to the other side, so that the left leg comes up. I'm just switching sides so that you can see me. Bring that left leg up. The shin is in line with the knee. Again, you can either have it on the floor or bring it out. Your elbows, and you're lifting your chest up. You let your head hang down. That gives you a little bit of a stretch through the upper back. Gently release it down. And you're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders, lifting back up. Take the toes together, knees wide. Bringing the hips back towards the ankles. And coming into child's pose. Taking a few breaths here. If you have a friend, husband, wife, kid, child, dog, you can always get them to gently just press here. It's a really nice release for the spine, but be very, very gentle. And then gently coming up onto all fours again. Tucking the toes, lifting up into downward dog. From here, lifting your right leg up. Take a nice deep breath in, holding here, three-legged dog, and then placing it back down. Gently lift your left arm up. Left leg. Taking a nice deep breath in here. And then gently walk the feet all the way to the front again. Hanging forward in Uttanasana. So forward folds are really good for calming the nervous system. Really nice way to de-stress. Good way to stretch the hamstrings. And then gently roll up. Bring those hands all the way up. Bring the hand down to the chest. And then from here, stepping your right foot about halfway along the mat. Okay, turn the hips towards the front. And gently lift the arms up. Folding forward, this is one of my faves as well. So you can either place the hand on the knee, the front leg stays nice and straight, and bring it to the ankle, or let the hands head to knee pose. Without too much pressure in the hands, you can draw that left hip back. And then take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up, step to the top of your mat. Take a moment here. And then reach the arms up, bring them down through the heart, stepping your left foot back, about halfway along the mat. So you want to feel that you can bring your hips forward, so if you need to, you can step your foot out, the back foot out just slightly. And then take a nice deep breath in, those arms go up again, and gently folding forward, keeping that front leg nice and straight. Shin, ankle, foot to the floor, head towards the knee. Front leg stays nice and straight, back leg stays nice and straight. Taking a few breaths here. Lifting up. Bringing the hands back down as you step to the top of the mat, and then gently folding down. Bend your knees if you can't touch the floor, stepping the right leg back, left leg back, and again, you're either in the half plank, leaning into the hands and lowering down, or you can have full plank, keeping the arms nice and straight, the back straight, engage the core, and going all the way down. Good. Then again, lifting up, this time we're going into Cobra, and upward dog, and release back down. Good. From here, tuck your toes, coming back onto all fours. We're going to come onto our bottoms and extend our feet out in front of us. Bring your left leg in towards the thigh. Take a nice deep breath in. The arms come all the way up. So gently folding forward towards the foot. This front leg stays nice and straight. So you can hold it along, or if you have a strap, you can place the strap around your foot and hold here. If you don't have a strap, you can use a tie, a horse lead rope, a dog lead, anything that is handy in the home. We are quite happy to improvise with props at this point. So just feeling that stretch, lifting up through the spine, lengthening, drawing forward, And then gently lifting the hands up. Bring the hands back down through the heart and bringing both feet together. Allowing yourself to just stay here for a moment. Sometimes it's nice to just wiggle the knees. Taking nice deep breaths in here. And then just extending that left leg out. So I'll swap sides so that you can see. Left leg out, right leg in, Janu Shirshasana A. Again, this leg stays nice and straight, active as if you're standing on the floor. Lengthen up with your arms, taking a nice deep breath in, and then gently folding forward. So you might get to here, you're going to lengthen wherever that is for you. You might not get all the way down, and that's okay. You come to where it feels appropriate for you. You should feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And just allow that stretch to happen. Doesn't need to be too much force in it. You don't want to hurt yourself. Know your limits, know where you feel that stretch, and just go to that first point. And then gently coming up, reaching up, and hands down. Bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana. Draw right into the groin here. And then just gently hold the feet and just come into that forward fold. I find it's nice to put my elbows on my shins. Just giving myself a little counter stretch here. And then gently come up, hold on to your big toes here, and you're going to just rock onto your seat bones. And from here, we're just working on a pose we haven't done before. Just going to lift our feet off the ground. It's nice and active here. And then just from here, just take the feet out. Okay? We're not doing the full version, we're just holding here, nice and active, and then bring the feet down. Fold forward again. And then lifting up. You might just come to this point and then just take the feet out slightly, holding here. And then bring them back together and lower down. This works the core a little bit. So ideally, all you get to do is lift your feet off the ground and hold here. That's perfectly okay. This is if you want to go a bit deeper, okay? If you know the full version, you're welcome to do that too. And then coming back to the center. One last fold forward. And then coming up. Good. From here, we're going to extend the legs out. Draw the flesh out. Nice active feet. Just place the hands down beside you, rolling those shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then both hands come up. And gently folding forward. Into that forward fold, drop the head down. Now, if it's hard for you to grab the feet, again, use the strap, drawing back. It's better for your back to be lengthened, drawing this way, than it is for you to be hunched over like so. So it's nice to just open up. Imagine you've got a strap here. Just holding here. Deep breath. And then gently coming up. Bring the hands to the heart. Bring your feet in, hands behind, just let your knees go from side to side. And then let the legs come out. Lower yourself down to the mat. And bring those feet onto the mat. Take a breath or two here and then draw the knees into the chest. Okay? And from here, the hands come on the inside of the legs and you're reaching up to the inside of the feet, drawing the knees down towards the armpits. So at the beginning of the class, we did half happy baby, and now we're doing full happy baby. If this is quite easy for you, you're welcome to grab the outside of the feet, but your arms stay on the inside of the legs. Okay? Gently release. Place the feet back onto the floor. Let the hands come out beside you and let your knees come down to the right. Here, take your bottom foot, the right foot, and place it on top of your left knee. Only if this is okay for you and you feel like the stretch is not too deep. Turn your head away from your knees, close your eyes and start to take some deep breaths. Feel that stretch, and then gently release that right foot back to the floor. Bring the knees back to the center, and we're going to gently come over to the other side. So to the left, and you can either stay in this twist, a nice open twist, or you can bring that left foot to the top of the right knee. Taking a few breaths here. If that's okay, you can turn it away from your knees to get a full body twist through the spine. Release that left foot back to the floor. Gently bring the knees into the center. Draw the knees into the chest. I like to circle my knees very gently. And then I'm going to set myself up for relaxation. So you extend the legs out. And you can have them there, or if you want, if you have a bolster at home, you can pop that underneath your knees, like so. You can put a pillow underneath your knees, and you just let your hands come out to the side. Just softening down now into your Shavasana. Just allowing yourself to release, releasing the feet, and just feeling yourself along the mat. Your whole body just surrendering onto the floor. Taking nice deep breaths in. Take a few moments to get yourself comfortable in the stillness. You might stretch the fingers, stretch the feet, wiggle a little till you find that really juicy spot on the mat where you can completely let go. Letting your whole body surrender. Feel your breath. Feel it coming in and out, nice and gently. without force, just with noticing the rhythm, no need to change it. And think about as your breath comes in, that you're sending your breath to each part of your body. So as I mention that part of the body, you can take a deep breath in and send your air, your breath in your body to that part. You're going to breathe in and imagine your head breathing into your head. Now you're going to allow the breath to move to your neck and shoulders. Breathe into the neck and shoulders, gently softening with each breath. Breathing into your arms, all the way to the fingertips. Breathing into your upper back, your chest, filling your lungs. Down into your lower back and your belly, into your pelvis and your buttocks, into your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, and feet. Feel the breath flow through your whole body, in and out, softening and releasing all the tension that may still be left. And just a few times, try and deepen your breath now. Feel that breath coming in and out. Completely surrendering, completely letting go. Deeper breaths now, and sighing the breath out. Deep breath in and out. More deep breath in and out. And just gently wiggling the fingers and the toes, and some movement back into the body, and rolling off to whichever side is comfortable for you, lying on that side. Gently open your eyes and then coming up to a seated position. Just lengthening the spine again, taking a few deep breaths. Remembering that you can take that little piece of calm with you into your day by just focusing on your breath. May peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me tonight for this class, and I hope to see you online again very soon. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message via my Facebook page, Yoga on the Farm, or any other way you want to contact me. Till next time, have a lovely evening, drink lots of water, and I'll see you again.